Infantry soldiers won the Cold War and preserved peace in far-reaching places like South Korea and Europe by their vigilant presence. They spread freedom in Grenada, Panama, Kuwait, and Somalia with their sweat and blood. Infantry soldiers left the comfort of their families and endured the most demanding conditions of cold and heat, of dust and mud, of desert and jungle to fight our nation's wars. These young soldiers, soon to be in front of you today, all volunteers, joined the Army and the infantry. They chose to serve their nation knowing that they may be deployed in the future by their commander-in-chief. To commemorate the sacrifices of those who went before and to tangibly link the commitment of today's soldiers with their legendary predecessors, this beautiful parade ground was seeded with soil taken from significant battlefields in our nation's history. On March 19, 2009, a hero or descendant of a hero of these battles spread soil on the very place where your soldiers will walk. These battles include Yorktown, Antietam, Saison, Corregidor, Normandy, San Terzo, Korea, LZX-Ray, Iraq, and Afghanistan. When these young men march proudly past you, they will actually be walking on the ground hallowed by their infantry forebears. One of those leaders was Second Lieutenant Daniel K. Inouye, later Senator Inouye from Hawaii. On 12 September 2014, soil was spread on this parade field from San Terzo, Italy, and the parade field was officially named Inouye Field in his honor. In 1997, he was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic actions on the 21st of April, 1945. As a platoon leader in the 442nd Regimental Combat Team, and despite being critically wounded, Second Lieutenant Inouye, by his gallant, aggressive tactics and indomitable leadership, led his platoon to advance through fierce resistance and captured the heavily defended and fortified ridge known as Col Mustello outside of the town of San Turismo, Italy. The purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize the commitment of the soldiers in formation today who have chosen to serve their country as infantry soldiers. This review is the last official formation of the training cycle. Not everyone successfully completes this difficult period of training, but those in formation today represent disciplined, motivated, and physically fit soldiers who exemplify the Army's 7 core values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. These soldiers are imbued with the warrior ethos and display the tenets of putting the mission first, never accepting defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. This is an important day, and they can take great pride in their accomplishments. This ceremony marks the culmination of months of long and arduous training, the results of which are these superb infantry soldiers prepared to take their places in infantry units around the world. Like you, we are proud of their accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, during the next few moments, there will be loud noises and smoke from the use of pyrotechnics. On the far side of the parade field, the World War II Company Street serves as a constant reminder of the time-honored traditions and values of America's greatest generation, those infantry soldiers who walk before us. In just a few moments, out from the past will emerge our country's next greatest generation, today's Infantry Warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Infantry Rifle Squad and Mortar Section, the foundation of the Army's force, Infantry soldiers have the most challenging job of any member of the armed forces. They carry the fight to the enemy around the world. They are standard bearer for all the armies of the world, leading by example in the fight to defend freedom against ruthless terror. With the increased firepower and lethality of today's weapons, Every infantry soldier must be trained to standard in over 200 tasks to defeat our enemies on any battlefield. The infantry soldiers graduating today are accomplished marksmen and indirect fire infantry soldiers, able to engage the enemy day and night. They understand how to shoot, move, and communicate as a team. They are adaptable warriors who can fight as a mechanized force, from strikers or grapplies, from the sky as airborne or air assault, and whose training is the basis of our elite special operations warriors. Most importantly, they are patriots who raise their right hand and swore an oath to God and country to defend the Constitution of the United States against any enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Infantry Rifle Squad and Mortar Section. The soldiers placing the mortars in action are indirect fire infantry soldiers who receive 2 weeks of mortar-specific training. As the only internal indirect fire support for the rifle company, these mortar soldiers place the 60mm mortar system into action to provide indirect fire support to infantry squads, platoons, and companies, destroying the enemy, suppressing fires, screening the rifle units, and enabling their fire and maneuver. The M224A1 60mm mortar system is a muzzle-loaded, smooth-bore, high-angle-of-fire weapon that can be fired in conventional or handheld mode to provide timely and accurate indirect fire with devastating results. The Mortar Section and Infantry Rifle Squad are wearing the equipment they trained with and will carry into combat. The 60mm Mortar Section consists of 6 soldiers. The section is led by a staff sergeant, who carries the M32 lightweight handheld mortar ballistic computer and the RT-1523 Echo radio and the M19 plotting board. The section sergeant is assisted by the squad leader, who holds the rank of sergeant and also carries the same ballistic computer, radio, and M19 plotting board. The section sergeant and squad leader provide fire direction control for the mortar section. They may operate together or in split section as 2 separate mortar squads. Each squad has a gunner. They carry the 60mm lightweight cannon, the M8 base plate, and the M67 sight unit. The mortar's maximum rate of fire is 30 rounds for the first minute and 20 rounds for each additional minute indefinitely. The maximum effective range is 3,490 meters. The 60mm mortar system weighs 38 pounds in conventional mode and 20 pounds in handheld mode. Each squad also has an assistant gunner who carries the M170A1 bipod and the M4 carbine as a primary weapon. The M224A1 mortar fires 6 types of ammunition: training, high explosive, white phosphorus, illumination, infrared illumination, and the mortar anti-personnel material round. The infantry squad is led by a staff sergeant. They are armed with an M4 carbine. The M4 carbine is the latest evolution of the M16 family and is designed for use in vehicles in close quarters combat. The squad has 2 fire teams. Each fire team is led by a sergeant. They are also armed with an M4 carbine. This carbine is fully modular with an integrated receiver rail system that can mount the M68 close combat optic and the PEC-15 infrared laser designator used to engage targets at night. Each fire team has 1 automatic rifleman. They are armed with an M249 squad automatic weapon. This is the squad and vehicle machine gun. It has a sustained rate of fire of 85 rounds per minute and weighs 17 pounds. Each fire team has 1 grenadier. They are armed with an M4 carbine and the M320 grenade launcher. It fires a variety of 40mm grenades to include high explosive, illumination, colored smoke, and buckshot. The M320 provides an invaluable indirect fire capability to the infantry squad. The remaining soldier in each fire team is the rifleman. They are armed with an M4 carbine and the M136 AT-4 anti-tank launcher. The AT-4 fires an 84mm shaped charge capable of defeating up to 14 inches of rolled homogeneous steel and breaching bunkers or masonry walls in urban structures. Additionally, each one of these soldiers is wearing the Advanced Combat Helmet with the PVS-14 monocular night vision device. This night vision device allows soldiers to see in low or no light conditions. Coupled with the laser designator on their weapon, they can place effective fire on all targets at night. On their torso, they are wearing the Improved Outer Tactical Vest, or IOTV, which consists of 4 armored plates capable of stopping small arms fire and fragmentation. Additionally, they are wearing ballistic eye protection, knee and elbow pads, and a water hydration system. Ladies and gentlemen, all members of today's Mortar Section and Rifle Squad are from Baker Company, 1st Battalion, 19th Infantry Regiment. This is the modern day warrior, armed and equipped to fight and win anywhere, anytime, in any type of terrain and against any enemy. These infantry soldiers are trained and ready to defend our country and preserve our way of life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a round of applause for the United States Army.